Hello everyone, today we are learning the subject of circuit theory or network analysis. On that we will see the chapter number 2, the chapter that is on the resonance. So we will continue this numerical on the content of the parallel resonance. So already in one of the lecture we have talked about the types of the parallel resonance. In that the practical parallel resonance was there, ideal parallel resonance was there, and even two branch parallel resonance was there. Okay, how to identify already we have studied in one of the lecture. Okay, so here we will see which is this type and how we can simplify this numerical. So see here, a coil of 5 ohm and 15 millihenry inductance is connected in parallel with a capacitor of 160 microfarad. Calculate the frequency at which resonance occur. Under this condition, find the value of non-inductive resistance, or you may say dynamic impedance. Also find the total current at a resonance when connected to a 200 volt supply and the current in each branch. So if you observe this one, so at the beginning itself told a coil of a 5 ohm and 50 millihenry inductance is connected in parallel with the capacitor. So see here the sentence. So it means that this is nothing but the practical connection of your parallel resonance, in that the R is connected in series with your L and the capacitor is in parallel with those. Okay, so that's why as per this line or as per this statement we have drawn the circuitry that R is in parallel series with the inductor and parallel with the capacitor. Secondly, what we need to do here, under this such a condition you need to calculate, that is nothing but the I dynamic. In many of the textbook they refer as a impedance resistance or the impedance dynamic, that you need to calculate. Secondly, find the current flowing through the each branch. If you observe this circuitry, you will be able to find at this particular moment till this period the total current will be I, and at here will be the I1, and second that is nothing but the I2. So in short you can say I1 and I2 you need to calculate. Okay, so how we can start? We can start with the help of resonance circuitry. So at the beginning you need to note down at resonance. So what we need to do here, at resonance you need to calculate the frequency F0. For this particular what we can say, the practical case of resonance, the resonance frequency can be calculated as 1 by 2 pi root of 1 by LC minus R square divided by L square. In previous cases we have observed the resonance frequency was 1 by 2 pi root of L by C, but here in 1 by 2 pi root of LC, sorry. So in this case the resonance frequency will be different depending upon the type which you are going to use. Okay, so now how we can calculate this resonance frequency? So formula will be, for the practical parallel resonance, F0 is equals to 1 by root of 1 by LC minus of R square divided by L square. Just substitute the value here, 1 by 2 pi, okay, root of, what is that, 1 by L. What is your L? That is a 15 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 into capacitor value is nothing but 160 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. Okay, this was the case, and minus of R square means 5 square divided by L square means 15 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 of whole square. So if you do with the calci, so you will find the value of your resonance frequency will be 87.98 Hertz. So this is the resonance frequency first we have calculated. Switch towards the next point, that is nothing but how we can calculate the dynamic impedance. Okay, so the dynamic impedance can be calculated as, that is nothing but the Z. In many cases Z, RES, or in the Z dyna, likewise the notation will be there. So this Z will be equals to L by CR. Okay, so what is my L? Already mentioned, 15 into 10 raised to the power minus 3. What is my capacitor? 160 into 10 raised to the power minus 6 into, what is my R? That is nothing but the 5. So in this way you can calculate, the value will be 18.75 and the unit of impedance is the ohm. Now come towards the third point, that is nothing but, this is the first case, this is the second case, and now the third is nothing but that current. Okay, current flowing through the each branch. So in short, you can say the current which is flowing through this branch is nothing but the inductive current. The current which is flowing through in this branch will be the capacitive current, because the R at a resonance will be equals to the impedances, and that will be treated as a in phase. Okay, so here my the current which is flowing through the I1 is nothing but the inductive current. Inductive current is equals to I1, which is equals to E divided by R plus J of XL. Why I am taking XL? Just because of the inductor. E is nothing but my voltage. So come towards here, substitute the value. This will be the 200 divided by, just because of the AC circuit, so you need to take the real and the imaginary part. My R is the 5 plus J of, what is my omega? This is nothing but the omega L. XL is nothing but the omega L. So here will be 200 divided by 5 plus J of 2 pi F. What is my F? F is nothing but 87.9 into, what is my L? That is a 15 into 10 raised to the power minus 3. So this is the case. So if you do the real and imaginary part, then 200 divided by 5 plus J of 8.22 or 8.29. So you just convert into the polar form, you will get as 200 divided by 9.683. Convert this rectangular into the polar with the help of the calc. So 58.9 will be the angle. Now come towards here. This divided by this one, and the angle will be as it is. That is nothing but 200 divided by 9.68. Angle of this will be go in the numerator. So here minus 58.9 degree will be the ampere. That just because of the I1. So here 200 divided by this is nothing but 20.66. Angle of minus 58.9 degree ampere is my first current which is flowing through the, either you may write the I1 or you may write the, you can say the IL, doesn't matter. Okay, the current which is flowing through the this branch. Fine. So see here in this calculated the resonance frequency, this case. Okay, now second we have calculated the dynamic impedance, this one. Then in the third case we have calculated the I1, that is nothing but branch. Now the second branch current is remained, that is nothing but my I2. How I can calculate my I2? How I can calculate my I2? We will see here. So what I will do here, I will calculate my I2. So how I can do my I2? So I2 will be equals to I2, the current which is, this will be the capacitive current. Capacitive current, the current which is flowing through the capacitor, or you can say IC, or you can say I2, doesn't matter what is that notation, you may take as per your convenience. So here will be I2 is equals to E divided by, the previous was the, what you can say, real, this one will be the imaginary, minus J of XC. What is my 200 divided by J of, what is my XC? XC is nothing but omega C. Okay, yes, omega C. So here will be omega C. Directly I am taking as omega just because it is in the denominator. So here will be 200 divided by minus of J of 2 pi FC. 2 pi FC. Here will be 200 divided by minus J of 2 pi into what is my F? F is nothing but what we got, 87.98. 87.98 into, what is my C? C is nothing but 160 micro 10 raised to the power minus 6. So here you will get as 200 minus of J of 11.30. Okay, so just convert this to you will get as 17.69 angle of 90 degree ampere. That is nothing but the I2. So here be careful how to calculate I1 and I2. So see here my I1 and my I2. So the first answer is this one, the second answer is this one, the third answer is this one, and the fourth answer is nothing but